Hello, folks. It is me again, the Geeky Gardener. It is week 18. Let me tell you, between the hot weather and the heavy rain and dry days, I have had a plethora of issues. Um, there is some success and there is some failures in here. So I think we should go take a look and see. You'll see some new things in here too. So it was like Christmas earlier. So I had to hurry up and make an update. My plans really took a beating. I have to find something to stake this up with. However, I think I'm just going to cut this entirely. Let me see if I can get a good view and I'll tell you why I'm going to cut it. There we go. You see that, folks? That is a break. That is a break in the tomato plant. And why I say just the tomato plant is because it's one on its own. This, my friends, is what a sucker looks like when it grows outward. You see that? There is a leaf, there is the main stem, and then it looks like a little armpit that's hanging out of it. And when you don't cut it, it turns into its own tomato plant. So have to do a little more research and find out, I guess, how to ripen them. From what I understand, if you put a tomato and a banana in a bag, the banana puts off ethanol. And ethanol is a gas that is odorless, but is commonly needed, actually is definitely needed for the ripening and reddening of the tomato. It's a fun fact. I feel like a dork, but hey, it's all good. I love doing this. But anywho, I put a lot of calcium in this soil. And I did everything right. But two factors, well, three, I think, are a contributor to why this tomato is cracking. Number one, again, it's been heavy rains. Two, it's been followed by really dry days. And three, it's very common with those two factors that I just mentioned. Those happen commonly in heirloom tomatoes. So now I know that this tomato plant is an heirloom tomato plant, and it's a determinant. What kind it is, don't know. Have to get back to you on that one. But yeah, fun fact. Clearly, the one that broke is an indeterminate because it keeps on growing. But I'm going to have to prune this sucker, and I'm just going to have to maintain it. So, fun fact. Remember I said in the very beginning, you might have to go back to update 1 where I was like, oh, I think I found that these are pear tomatoes. Look, you guys, these actually look like little yellow pears. Isn't that cool? That is really cool. So, yeah. And then, like, again, I have all these tomatoes over here, but they have not turned color yet. Some have turned color over here. It's the pear tomatoes again, which is great. Now, one thing I can say that did work really well. Oh, before I even mention that, what are these? Oh, look. Not quite sure what those are, but I think they're orange. They're going to be orange tomatoes. I have more, I think, on the other side. Pepper plant. There's some peppers in here. I need to snip those. See. Oh, look, there's some red ones over here, and it appears that there's some other ones that are trying to turn color too. I think those might be orange. I know these are red though. Oops, sorry. Let me zoom out just a bit. There we go. Sorry, guys. Nice big plump healthy tomatoes. Oh, I think those are some more pear ones over there peeking through. Let me see if I can get in there. Can she get in there? Let me move this out of the way. See if that'll work. Ah, there it goes. See. So there's another pear one. I tell you, I wish if I could do this completely differently, I definitely would have grown less and paid attention on labeling more. That is so important, you guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. Got a nice little orange one. I don't know if these are going to be orange or if they're going to be bright red. I have no idea. I'm just happy that they're turning color. None of these have turned color. My peas look atrocious. I mean, I guess they're still trying to grow, but they look horrid, y'all. I mean, me personally, I think I'll probably grow those in a pot. And then, I I don't know, maybe I'll try the clothes rack, or thinking about just doing a good old school back in the day tower. Just, you can never go wrong with that. It's a foolproof way to grow items that climb. I'm not saying that this concept doesn't work, because it's doing great with the beans. I think it's a really neater approach to growing beans as opposed to my net that I have over here, which is really doing good. It's thriving, but what I can tell you is that because a lot of it can't be exposed to sunlight, a lot of the inside leaves have like died. So, but that's okay. Squash is doing terrible. Let me tell y'all, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squash plants and only got one dang squash. One. Just one. I almost don't want to eat it because it's like I need a souvenir because I didn't grow anymore. But anywho, I'm going to chop those down. Those took a beating. They didn't do well, but they didn't do well last year. I think I only had like 3 out of a whole bunch of plants. So I think I'm going to try in a pot next year and put some marigolds or something next to it to attract more bees. Maybe it will help with the pollination issue. Speaking of pollination, there is a bee to my right. Let's see if we can get a good glimpse of him. Our little invader. There he is. Okay, let me not pay attention to him before he like flies over here and stings me or something. Okay, so we got a bunch of beans. The beans are doing really, really well. Yeah, if they don't grow on me. Let's see here. Okay, we got some beans over here. And it looks like we got more beans coming through. I haven't really looked through here, you guys. So I should have put my little mitt, or not my mitt, I called it a mitt. My thingamajigs, my gardening gloves. But that's okay, I'll probably do that after this update. Now the cucumber plant, it's really, really pretty. It's really, really pretty. So it's growing really well on this arch. I got to do some pruning. As you can see, got some issues going on. I don't know if this is blight, but I'm going to cut that off. I got to do a lot of pruning out here. But let's go back to the cucumbers. The cucumbers are growing, and I think that's a moncher. I know I grew something called monchers, and I grew something else. I don't know if they're like Armenian. I'm not sure. Let me get out of the way, y'all. There's so many bees. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. See that? Got a cucumber there. Now, here's what's really interesting. I grew some, what do you call it? Lemon cucumbers. So, and I'm like, what do those look like? So they look like this, actually. And it's supposed to turn yellow. Wait. I don't know if that's it, but like, look. Here's another one. Let me see if I can get to it. I'm trying to, you guys. There we go. Look at that. So they grow like in little balls, and it's really kind of cool. And then there's some other ones. I got to start picking these, you know. You don't want to let your cucumbers get too big because it tastes bad. Oh, there's some whole lot of tomato activity over here, which is great. Yay. Oh, wow. This is like a multicolored one. Let me get in on this. Sorry, I'm like moving the camera all over the place. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me see. Well, there goes the yellow ones. And then this one has like different colors on it. Let me see. There we go. See that? It has like all kinds of different colors and stuff on it. That's pretty cool. Now, my purple peppers are much bigger. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Are they fighting? I think there's 2 squirrels fighting, you guys. Arf! I don't know why I just barked. Not quite sure. But he's on the move. But anywho, here are my purple peppers. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pick them. I don't know if they're supposed to get any bigger than this. I don't know. I have to Google it. This is horrid. I don't know if I overwatered this. I don't know if it's not watered enough. Not quite sure. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to be cutting some stuff down. So one of the ones took a beating, and I'm sure something probably ate that. That is a green pepper. But there's more. There is more right here. Yep, there's one. That one looks pretty good. I thought I seen another one in here. I hope. If not, there's only like, oh, there's another one. There's actually, I think, two. I think there's like 2 or 3 on there. And then this one has several of them on there. I'm just going to go through and like cut a lot of these off. The only thing that I think is really cool is that I believe these are my habaneros. Those are supposed to be super duper freaking spicy. So we'll see. And then there's some other ones. I know for a fact that those are not jalapenos. I know they're not jalapenos. So I don't know. They could be serrano. Not quite sure. Again, folks, I've been splitting them open and praying before I eat. Hopefully I don't burn the taste buds off my tongue one day. Oh, the corn is horrible. Horrible. So I'm not sure. However, what I can say is that when I look over here, this was my experiment. I didn't expect for it to grow because of the large amounts of cabbage worm issues and white moths that I had last year. And what I can say is that today is June 30th and it's starting to grow. So what it's telling me is that I'm probably going to see less bug activity on that, like the cabbage family. It'll probably see less activity, bug activity with the cabbage family if you plant your, if you plant that particular variety like cabbage. And okay, let's backtrack because I'm rambling. And I'm sorry, folks. Cabbage family. Some of the things that are under the cabbage family are cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, of course, Brussels sprouts, greens. That's when I say cabbage family. The best time really to plant anything from the cabbage family, I would say would be the end of June, sometime in August, because with those being colder, tolerant crops, they can grow without being affected by warm or insects that are attracted by warm weather. So, if that makes sense, I had to think about what I was saying. You know, sometimes your mind moves a lot quicker than your mouth, you know, so you don't kind of get it all out. But anywho, I really want to thank you for tuning in again with the Geeky Gardener. And just to give some insight for all of my gardeners out there, don't beat yourself up this year. It's been rough for everybody. I have a couple gardener friends, and they've all said as well, like, and if you're in the Midwest, this is Michigan, but if you're in the Midwest and you're starting to see like kind of a decline in what you're producing compared to what you did last year, it's probably not you. It's just the weather. So keep on planting. Until next time, folks, if you've liked what you've seen, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the notification button, so that way when I put these neato videos on YouTube, you'll be the first to know about them. So have a great one, and I will see you next time. Bye.